I wonder which one of my viewers has the best English. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. Before we start this video, subscribe because we make new videos all the time and I don't want you to miss any. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Today I'm listening to you. Yes, you. I asked my viewers to send me a voice message of them talking for 1 minute about their favourite movie or book. I'm going to listen to them and give some feedback. A great way to practice English is by listening to other people speaking English and listening to the feedback that a teacher gives. So in this lesson, we will learn pretty much everything. We're going to look at pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, everything. So I'm just going to scroll through these messages and I'm going to have a listen and give some feedback. Are we ready, everybody? I can't hear you. Are we ready, everybody? I really hope you did say, yeah, that would be really cute. Okay, so let's listen to this person. Here we go. Are we ready?
Hi, this is Shravya from India.
Hi.
So today I'll talk about my favorite movie.
Great, fantastic. So today I talk about, so we haven't got a very specific verb tense there. So I would go for future. Today I will talk about because it hasn't happened yet. You haven't started it. So today I will talk about, or today I am going to talk about blah, blah, blah. So try to have a specific verb tense, but nice.
So my favorite movie's name is The Favorite. So this movie is absolutely worth watching.
Nice phrase, really nice. This is worth watching, really good. So you can use that with any verb. So you can say, was your car worth buying? Like, was it worth it? Is it a good purchase? Or you could say, you know, I went to the Tower of London. I don't think it was worth seeing. Like, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't great. So you can use worth and verb ing for lots of verbs. So she said it's absolutely worth watching. So that's a suggestion. You should watch it.
It is accurate, intriguing, and brilliant. And without...
Good. Just watch out for that word intriguing. So we put the stress on the second syllable. Intriguing, like that. But nice, great word. Lovely vocabulary.
Without a doubt, the director, Olivia Colman, did a spectacular job. And
really good adjectives. I'm loving the use of these adjectives, and I love without a doubt. Lovely. Without a doubt is a lovely phrase. It means there's no doubt. It's sure. It's certain. Really nice.
And also the super cinematography settings. Also great casting choice. And very good soundtracking and pacing.
Nice. I really love all these cinema terms that you're doing. That's fantastic. So we wouldn't say soundtracking. We would just say soundtrack. So a really great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack in Titanic is amazing. So you don't need the ing on the end, but really nice vocabulary.
And coming to the plot, I'll give you like small description about the movie. So this movie runs in 18th century. So England.
Cool, nice. So this movie, I think what you wanted there with this movie is set in the 18th century. So when you talk about books or movies, if you want to talk about the time or the place where it happens, we can say is set in. So Titanic is set in 1912. The Lord of the Rings is set in... I don't know. I haven't seen The Lord of the Rings. Why did I say that example? Sherlock Holmes is set in London in the Victorian times. Okay, fantastic, but really, really good. I loved your use of specific vocabulary. Loved it. Really, really good. Well done. And just a disclaimer, me giving feedback is not me saying that your English is not good. I am not critiquing. I'm just giving constructive feedback. Everyone who sent these messages, they knew that I would be giving feedback, and that's why they sent them. So please don't think I'm here criticizing people because everyone speaking English in these messages is speaking it far better than I would speak my second language. So I'm very impressed. Now, obviously, I can make this video and give individual feedback to individual people, and it's great, but I can't be with you every second of the day to help you with your English. But luckily, there is something that can be with you every second of the day to help you with your English. And let me show you. I've got with me the IFLYTEK Smart Translator. It's in a very lovely box. It feels very professional. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to open it and have a look. So this is a great device, and it's almost like having a little English teacher in your pocket. And that sounds great, doesn't it? I mean, who wouldn't want me in their pocket? I'm very tall, so I don't think I would fit in everyone's pocket. But this does. So I'm going to show you how it works and how you can use it to help you on your English learning journey. So it's this really convenient, small thing that you can just put in your pocket. It's super, super slim and lightweight, doesn't weigh anything. So I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to show you how it will change the game when you are learning English. Oh, I love when like new gadgets turn on. It's just so exciting. So the IFLYTEK Smart Translator, like it says, is a very smart translator. So you can get instant translation. So let's imagine you're practicing English and you come across a word that you don't know. So you're talking, and then there's that word and you're like, what is that word? What is that word? Get this ready and just boop, and it's done. Let me show you. So I'm going to speak in French because obviously I want to show you that it translates to English because you're here to learn English. So let's say you're going, oh, I'm really, really scared of papillon.
Butterfly.
Great, fantastic, butterfly. My French isn't great, so don't judge me, but let me give you another example. Il y a beaucoup de papillons et j'ai peur.
There are a lot of butterflies, and I'm scared.
See? I'm talking mainly about English here, but there are so many languages on here that you can translate to. So if you go on holiday and you want to speak to the locals, or maybe there's a menu and it's all in Portuguese and you want to take a picture using the camera, you can take a picture of the menu and then it translates it so you actually know what you're going to order. Yes, it's got 60 languages on here, so you're covered. And it's more accurate than applications. It has a very special microphone in there, so it's more accurate than an application you can get on your phone. It's got an 8-core processor, so if you are very technical, you know that's very good. What's also great is it supports offline translation. So if you are in a place that doesn't have great signal, or maybe you don't have a lot of internet on your phone, this means that you can actually do the translation without internet, which is fantastic. Oh, and you get a free 2-year global network card. So that supports over 100 countries and regions. That's free for 2 years. So no matter where you are in these 100 countries, then it's free for 2 years. Fabulous! You can get yourself one of these by clicking the link in the description down below. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here we go.
Hi, how are you? So my favorite cartoon is Beauty and the Beast. It's about this very beautiful girl, very nice one.
Good, nice. The word nice to describe a person, I think you could do something more interesting than that. I think when we talk about people and we say she's nice, I think there's lots of other words we can use for that. So try to go for more specific adjectives. So she's clever, intelligent, she's fiery, she's vivacious. Try to go a bit more specific if you can, but well done.
Who is imprisoned by the beast in his castle, and after a while she falls in love and everything, yada yada. What I love about this...
That's good, I like that. I like that you said yada yada. That's very something a native would say. It's not real English, it doesn't mean anything. It's just what we use for, like, you know the rest. So if I say yada yada yada, it's kind of like saying, I don't need to finish my sentence, you know the rest. So she gets in prison, she falls in love, yada yada yada, you know how it ends. That's good, I like it.
But this cartoon is just how kind and pleasant and relaxed this young woman is. I would love to be just like her. And I hate Gaston. if you know, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I like Gaston. Gaston's quite fun. What's his song? When I was a boy, I ate 5 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. But now that I'm grown, I eat 12 dozen eggs and I'm roughly the size of a barge. I love that song. That was one of my favourites. No one's quick as Gaston. Really good, lovely. Just be a bit more adventurous with your adjectives. But nice, I like it a lot. Well done.
Hi Laura, I want to send you my grateful. I so happy for your help, for your channel video. I can understand you. I feel.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you so much. Just one tiny little thing. I want to send you the noun of grateful is gratitude. So we can be grateful, so I am grateful, or we can have gratitude. That's the noun. So I want to send you my gratitude. But thank you so much. Thank you.
I improve my English. Thank you for your help, your tip. So my favorite move is Jackie Chan.
Love Jackie Chan. Great. This is a common thing I hear with a lot of speakers. And when they say the word move, they don't do the second syllable. So it needs to be movie. So 2 syllables in there. My favourite movie. So make sure we've got 2 syllables. But good. Let's carry on. Let's hear about Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan
Movie.
Because it's comic. I like this type of movie. I don't remember any name movie.
So all Jackie Chan films we like. Was he in a film called The Tuxedo? I remember I had that on DVD when I was a kid, but I never watched it, but my brother liked it. And he was in Rush Hour. That's a Jackie Chan one as well. Good, yeah, just watch out for pronunciation of things like movie. Well done, lovely. Let's move on to the next one. What do we got? Let's go here.
My favorite movie is Daily Safari, which is on environment issue, which is Indian animated film. Story flashback like a bunch of animals who want to save forest and stop cruel stop cruelty on animal who goes to parliament for their rights or save environment.
What I liked about what you did is you spoke about the movie in the correct tense. So normally with movies and books, when we're talking about the story, we just use the present tense. So they fight for their rights, they want to do this, he goes here, she does this. So try not to talk about movies and books, the story in the past. So the story kind of doesn't exist in the past or the future. It's always in the present. So well done for that. Let's carry on. What have we got? Let's do this one.
Hi Laura, I'm really happy to send you this voice note. So recently I read a book called Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. That's how it's entitled. And I am not...
Instead of that's how it's entitled, I would just say that's what it's called. That's all you need. It's called this. Or titled maybe, but not entitled. I would just say it's titled this or it's called this.
I am not really a good fan of non-fictions, but this is the first time I'm actually trying a non-fiction book, and this actually changed my perspective about non-fictional books. So this book...
just non-fiction books. So you don't need to say non-fictional. So we have fiction books and non-fiction books. So I don't normally read non-fiction books. You don't even need to say books on the end. You could just say, I don't normally read non-fiction, or I don't normally read fiction, because you've said the word read and fiction, we kind of know that you mean books. So you don't even need to say books on the end, really.
This book actually, it actually persuades the reader to follow your passion, to do what you love and what you're good at and what the world needs and what you can be paid for. It also portrays certain villages of Japan, and it talks about certain people of Japan who lived beyond 100 years and their culture, their lifestyle, which actually helps them to attain such a, lifespan.
Nice, very good. Your English level is clearly very good. What I would say now is don't. Sometimes when we're very good and our English level is really up here, we start to speak really quickly and we just sort of bat. And sometimes you can not realise that there's a tiny little mistake in there because you're sort of just speaking very quickly, blah, blah, blah. So maybe just slow down a bit. And when you're practising, really be aware of every word that's coming out of your mouth. Do like 3 steps backwards, maybe. You know, you're here, go 3 steps back and just... really listen to yourself and just check if there are any tiny little mistakes in there. But I don't think you'll find many mistakes, but it's just a good way to advance up a level. Up next, we have...
Hey, hello Laura, I am Farshad from Iran, sending message for you for another time. Hopefully you hear my voice and feedback in your channel. About my favorite move, should I say I love it, every move killed by Ken Loach, British director. Last move.
Ken Loach. Oh yes, I've heard of him. I haven't seen many of his films, but I have heard of him. Watch out again for move. So movie. If that's really tricky for you, you can say film. It's quite British to say film. So in the UK, we would call it a film rather than a movie. Movie is American, but a lot of people say movie. So watch out for movie, or you can say film.
Last move I watched from this director is Old Oak. This move I watched.
Cool. So the last movie I watched from this director was, so make sure we're all in the past. So the last movie I watched was, and yeah, just watch out for the pronunciation of watched. So this is always tricky. People want to say the E, they want to go watched, but it's just a cht. So it's like a CH straight to a T. So try to learn that as a new sound. Forget about the spelling, forget about it. A lot of the time it helps with pronunciation if you forget about the spelling, because the spelling is awful. And just try to go ch, t, cht, cht, cht. And just keep practicing that as a new sound and then see if you can put words on it. So watched, and just try to practice it like that.
Just move about pub owner, live in the tiny town. Tension rise in the town when Syrian refugees come in the city, and he tried to establish and call community.
Ah, cool. Okay, so my main note for you, good stuff, well done. My main note for you is maybe go onto Google and type in something like actors' diction exercises, tongue twisters, stuff like that. And I want you to really work on the flexibility of the mouth. When we learn a new language, we are essentially making our mouth do something completely different that it's not used to. So it is a workout. You have to really, like, if you watch how I speak, you can see that my mouth moves, that I go ooh, ee, oh, like all these crazy faces. And that's how we sound super, super clear. Because I think your English level is better than the clearness of it. So I think sometimes if you were speaking English to someone, they might go, oh, sorry, what was that? And it's not because the English is bad. It's just you need to get your mouth moving a little bit more. So just work on the diction and the movement just to get that clarity. But the English is good.
Hello, Laura. My name is Sierra and I'm from Brazil. I've been learning English since 2020.
Now, quiz question. Why is that correct? So she said, I've been learning English since 2020. Why did she not say, I learnt English since 2020? Why did she not say, I am learning English since 2020? Why? Because it's still happening now. So something that started in 2020, it continues until now, and she's still doing it. So we need the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. Doesn't really matter in this case. You can say, I have learnt English since 2020, but it sounds better, and it's better in this situation to say, I have been learning English since 2020. Well done you, good start.
And the movie I would like to share is Hacksaw Ridge. it's definitely my favorite.
I've seen that movie, and it sounds like the title of it sounds like it's a like a crazy killer film, but it's not. It's really nice.
My favorite, and it talks about a guy that went to the war to be a doctor to protect lives while the war.
Good, nice. Just make sure that pronunciation is v, so lives. I heard that you wanted to do a f like life. So make sure when we pluralize life, we go lives. You wanted to save lives. Lovely.
The war was happening while the fighting was happening, you know? So it's definitely a really nice movie. I really recommend it.
Fab, very good. Well done. I like that. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's Andrew Garfield, I think. And yeah, he doesn't want to fight for religious reasons, but he has to go to war. So he becomes a doctor. It's really good. My mum loves that movie. It's such a mum film. It's really good.
I like Enola Holmes. Firstly, the name is very interesting. Enola, you have to read backwards, and it means alone. And I like the instruction of the story. Girls can be witty, girls can be sporty, they can do anything they like. They don't have to do like a traditional roles, like a.
Nice. We would say with roles, really good by the way, they don't have to play traditional roles. So a role can be something in a film. You could say, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio is playing the role of Jack. But we also talk about roles in everyday life. But even if it's in everyday life, we still say that we play the role. So women don't have to play the role of the housewife. Women can play whatever role they want.
Housewife or mom. Enola is finding her missing mom and helping a runaway load. I really like this action-packed story, and you have to stick on the screen, and I quite enjoy it a lot.
Good, nice. I love action-packed. Love that. That's a great word. We use that a lot for movies that have lots of action in it. If something is packed with action, it means it's like full of action. It's action-packed. And then I think at the end you said you have to stick on a screen. So I know what you're doing there. You're doing the phrasal verb stick on, which we use for turning on the TV or putting some TV show or film on the TV. So I might say, shall we stick the TV on? Or shall we stick Enola Holmes on? Shall we stick it on? We don't stick on a screen because a screen is not the movie or the TV show. So we go stick, what do you want to watch? Then on. So stick the TV on, stick Enola Holmes on. That's how that works. But good, well done. I want to watch that film. I keep forgetting to watch it.
Today I would be speaking about Argo, which hit the screens in the year 2012 and is one of...
Hit the screens, I love it, which hit the screens. So this is an idiom we have, which means to arrive in cinemas, to arrive at the movies. So to come out, basically. Lovely.
One of the most favorite movies. The story starts when a group of American diplomats are held hostage by the Iranian government. So the CIA and the State Department come up with a plan where they intend to send one of their most prized operatives into the devil's den under the guise of a Hollywood producer scouting...
This is good. This is good. Under the guise. I love that. If you know the word disguise, noun, a disguise, it's something that you wear when you don't want to be seen. You don't want people to know it's you. So you might wear a mask or something. Disguise is also a verb. So I'm going to disguise him to look like an old woman so that no one knows it's him. So we can take that part of it, guise, and we say under the guise of, which means hidden and pretending to be something else. So we might say the robber broke into someone's house under the guise of being a plumber.
scouting for locations to shoot his upcoming sci-fi thriller. The movie has many intense scenes.
Good. Sci-fi. That's how we say that one. So science fiction is sci-fi instead of sky-fi. But good. Lovely terms in this. Really good.
Scenes which manages to keep the audiences on the edge of their seats. The climax is when the airport guards are able to identify the true identity of the diplomats, which results in them initiating a chase, but till then their flight has already managed to take off.
Nice, good stuff. You've got some really nice things in there. Being on the edge of your seat. I love that. If you're on the edge of your seat when you're watching something, you are so engaged and you can't believe what's happening and you're like, what? So that's a good thing. To be on the edge of your seat means you care and you're invested in what's happening. Well done to all the people who sent me messages. Honestly, the fact that you could speak in English, send it to me, knowing that I was going to give feedback. I know that's super scary, but you all did really, really well. I hope the feedback was useful. If I didn't listen to your voice message, I'm really sorry, but I will hopefully do another one of these videos in the future. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do another video like this. Make sure to check out the IFLYTEK Smart Translator in the description down below. If you want to have an English lesson with me or Bez, the link for that is also down below. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do so there. We make lots of reels. We have a lot of fun over there. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Ta-ta!